Hi people, it's me, Anja. My pronouns all she and her, and welcome back to my channel for a new recent reads video. Even though I literally just filmed my last recent reads video this morning, meaning that I read these books in the past 10 hours. So anyway, without any further ado, the first book on this list is called The Last Hope School for Magical Delinquents. For those who don't know, the story is a middle grade fantasy following a young main character with unparalleled powers who must save her new school with her misfit classmates. And this book was on my October TBR, and it was absolutely so good. I knew that I could trust this author's reputation because her Crown of Feathers trilogy was absolutely so excellent for so many different reasons, and this book is no exception. I actually don't know if this book is the first in a series or not, but I'm assuming so because she's written duologies and trilogies in the past. I believe, I can't remember if Bonesmith was the start of a new trilogy or a new duology, considering that I never read the sequel. However, her Crown of Feathers trilogy was absolutely incredible. So anyway, I digress. Basically, this book meets my very high expectations, and I truly loved it so much. The world building was so magical and so atmospheric. The plot is so engaging and so intriguing. The mystery was so captivating. The characters are so well developed and so distinct. I loved the friendship. I loved the school. This book is excellent. And with that said, I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. And I would definitely highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called This Fatal Kiss. This story is a YA fantasy that follows a young main character who's trying to regain her humanity by getting a kiss from a mortal. But unfortunately, the person whom she strikes a deal with to get this falls for the same person that she wants. I don't really know if that made any sense at all, but basically this book was so good. And honestly, I had pretty low expectations for it because the last 2 books that I've read by this author, I've either DNF'd or rated 3 stars. Either way, they're pretty forgettable to me, but this book was so good. I really appreciated how the stakes were established from the very beginning, and the characters and their motivations. Like, this book is so excellent. I really appreciated, first of all, the queer representation is awesome. I love polyamory. Polyamory should be the solution to every single love triangle ever. Like, the characters are so well developed and so distinct. The plot is so engaging. The world building is so magical, and it's so fantastic, and it's so good. I was hooked from the beginning to the end. This book is absolutely so amazing, and it's so well done. I loved learning about all the different magical creatures and the power and the hierarchies between all of them. If that makes any sense, this book is so good. So anyway, with that said, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars. I would definitely highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called This Dark Paradise. This story is a YA fantasy following a young sapphic main character who visits an enchanted island only to discover that the magic there is more dangerous than she originally thought. And honestly, I didn't like this book very much because, first of all, I wasn't really emotionally invested in the characters. The plot was intriguing in the beginning because I didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but once I did figure out what was going to happen, I felt like the author kind of lost the plot and forgot the main character's motivation for doing what she was doing to get there, if that makes any sense. The island was interesting and it was intriguing, but overall, I just didn't really love it. And I wasn't really emotionally invested in the romance because I didn't really trust either of her love interests. Although I do appreciate the queer representation and the bisexual love triangle, just because I enjoy queer representation in fantasy stories just in general. But overall, I didn't love this book. I didn't really fall in love with it. I won't be reading a sequel if there are any. So yeah, if that makes any sense, I rated this book 3 stars, so take that as you will. The next book on this list is called Make My Wish Come True. This story is a YA contemporary following 2 sapphic main characters who are former childhood best friends, but they haven't seen each other in 4 years after one of them left their small town to become a celebrity, and when they return, they are now fake dating. And if you're wondering how they got there, well, you'll have to read the book. This book is absolutely so fantastic, and it's so good. First of all, I love childhood best friends to levels. And second of all, I love fake dating, especially in a queer film. This book is absolutely so good, and I truly fell in love with it. I wasn't really expecting to enjoy this book as much as I did, because frankly, when I read She Gets the Girl, I remember thinking that the character that Alyson wrote the perspective for, I'm pretty sure, is far more underdeveloped than the character perspective that Rachael wrote. And I've always thought, after I've read like Rachael's solo books and then Alyson's solo book, I've always thought that Rachael was a better writer than her wife. However, in this book, Alyson's writing has improved so much to a point where I couldn't tell the difference between the writing, if that makes any sense, because it was so cohesive and the dual perspectives worked so well because both characters are so well developed and so distinct individually as well as together. The romance is so cute. I love the Christmas atmosphere as well as the Jewish representation. The plot is so engaging. I loved like the family dynamics and the friendships and everything. This book is so cute and it's so adorable. So anyway, with that said, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars, and I would definitely highly recommend it. The last book on this list is called The Legend of the Lost Library. This story is a middle-grade dystopian story that follows a young main character who discovers a book in a world where reading is a rare skill to have and paper is scarce. Honestly, I didn't like this book very much. I was at first intrigued by it because the idea of like having no books is a world that I literally cannot fathom at all. And second of all, because of that, like this book did not feel realistic to me. And like, I feel like it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like the best dystopian books are set in universes that feel like they could have actually happened. And that's like the best type of story. And that's how you like bring it to life. And like within this story, like the world building was told through telling most of the time rather than showing, which annoyed me. And it felt like most of the themes and stuff were spoon-fed to the reader, which was annoying as well and so unnecessary. And even though the plot was engaging and the characters definitely had potential, I just wish that like there could have been more done with the world building, because in a world with no reading, no books, like that means that literacy is dead, media literacy is dead, and critical thinking is also dead, if that makes any sense. I digress. This book felt like there could have been more done with it, basically. It's my biggest complaint. I rated it 3 stars. If there are sequels, I won't be reading them, although it would be interesting to see like the consequences of the ending. But anyway, take that as you will. So in conclusion, I'm booked and busy for October, and I might film another recent release video tomorrow morning, because typically I stay up at night watching Victorious or Brooklyn Nine-Nine episodes, but tonight instead, I might stay up reading books since I don't have work tomorrow. So anyway, in conclusion, if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below the strawberry emoji if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!